This video is made possible by Patekfly, the newest and best flexible handheld tripod designed to support your action cam, cell phone, or DSLR. Perfect for vlogging or to get a quick shot on the go. Use the code on the screen or in the description below to get 15% off your order. Offer ends January 31st. Hey guys, what's up? JD from JD Tech TV here, and welcome to a brand new series, Versus. In this series, I'll be comparing two different products that offer a similar experience, but just at different price points. Today we're going to be discussing, the Zolo Liberties and the Apple Airpods. Now, it should be noted that I use the Apple Airpods every single day. When I leave the house, I grab my keys, wallet, cell phone, and AirPods. So if the Zolo Liberties were going to compete, they had to be good, like really good. But Zolo is a sister company to Anker, which is one of my favorite tech companies that exists, so I had high hopes and high expectations. First, let's quickly get into the design. Both come with a battery case where the earphones are housed and charged, and both use magnetic pins to charge and hold the earbuds in place within their respective cases. This works a little better on the AirPods as the magnets seem to be a little stronger. You only need to get them close to lined up and they sort of get pulled down and locked into place. The Liberties can easily be placed into the case, but sometimes you'll need to give it a tiny push to get them fully locked in. And it's really not that big of a deal, but it's that small attention to detail and kind of almost hand-holding that Apple places into their products that I actually really enjoy. Now for the Apple AirPods, I can put these back in the case pretty much without looking, and I know for a fact that they're going to be in there, locked, secured, charging the way that they're supposed to. As far as for the Liberties, I kind of have to be looking at it the entire time to make sure that they're going to be clicked in there correctly and that they're even on the right side. So again, it's not that big of a deal, but it really is the little things that matter to me. Now as far as taking the earbuds back out of the case, that's a completely different story. If my fingers are not 100% completely dry, it's really annoying to try to take the AirPods out of their case. It's by far the most annoying thing about these things. But with the Liberties, that's not an issue at all. The case is bigger, so there's more room to get your fingers around the earbuds, plus almost all of the earbud is encased in rubber, so it's easier to grip. However, the downside to having a bigger case is that it's, well, bigger. It's only a little heavier than the AirPods case, but it's almost literally twice as big. And it pretty much only matters whenever you're thinking about putting these in your pocket. And I put the Apple AirPods in my pocket every day and I don't ever notice it. The Zolo Liberties fit in my pockets fine, but it's definitely noticeable. These are better suited for throwing in like a gym bag, a purse, or even a backpack. And I mean, I do bring my tech backpack with me almost everywhere that I go, so I just been throwing them in there and that's worked out fine. But when it comes to Bluetooth wireless earbuds, I think the most important parts that people need to consider is how they fit and how they sound. I'm one of those lucky people who have an ear shape that works pretty well for the AirPods. I can go work out with them, go riding on my electric skateboard, and even accidentally wear them on a roller coaster, and they thankfully stayed in. But not everyone is that lucky. These don't stay in a lot of people's ears, and they don't buy them for that reason. The Zolo Liberties, however, are the earphones that have everybody in mind. Inside the box are a wide variety of ear tips and wingtips, so you can get the one that fits best for you. And with how these are designed, they're sort of meant to lock into place in your ears. You insert them and twist slightly, and this will create a really secure fit that was so good initially I thought that these were noise canceling. I mean, they're not, but they're a pretty good alternative to noise canceling earphones. Am I talking too loud? With the AirPods, there are third-party accessories that you can place things like wingtips on the actual earbuds themselves, but the problem with that is that you actually have to take off the accessory in order to place it back into the case properly, and that's just really not worth it. So the Liberties have a huge advantage when it comes to working with everybody's ears universally, and the case is made so that these can be housed and charged no matter which ear tips you decide to use. Now, when it comes to ease of use, nobody is touching the AirPods in that category. For Apple users, the pairing process is literally as easy as opening the case. They use the W1 chip, which allows for the music to play and pause automatically when you put in or take out the earbuds. It's one of those features that wasn't around before these came out, and now it's one that no AirPods user ever wants to be without. The Zolo Liberties will pair to your phone just like any other Bluetooth device does, and they'll actually connect to your device once you take them out of the case, and that works pretty well. But they don't have that autoplay pause feature whenever you take them out of your ears. Additionally, they will only shut off when you put them back in the case. That means the battery life will be draining if you take them off and put them down, even if no music is playing. The AirPods, however, shut off and conserve battery once you take them out of your ears. But honestly, I don't really see that as being that big of a mark against the Liberties, because I have a habit of placing my earbuds back in its respective case every time that I take them out of my ears, mainly because they're so small and really easy to lose. It's a habit worth forming. Now at this point in the video, the question you probably have is, how do they sound, right? The AirPods are just okay on sound. They're good enough that if you give these to the average person, have them put them in their ears, they're not going to complain about the sound that comes out of them. However, if you give these to the average audiophile, they are in no way going to be impressed by these. They're not great, they're just okay. However, the Zolo Liberties do offer a considerably better audio profile. It's more noticeable on the mid and the low ends, but with these graphene drivers that are inside, you just get a more full, complete audio experience. And when you go back and forth on these two, it becomes really apparent that Zolo concentrated on audio first and built the tech around it. Apple, however, concentrated on the tech first and built the audio around it. It's two schools of thought which produce two incredible products, but it just kind of depends on which one is more important to you, the tech or the audio. Now, before we go, there are a few things left to mention about each one of these products. The Zolo Liberties charge via USB, which they provide this very bright yellow cable, which I actually really like. And I say this ad nauseum, but I want the micro USB to disappear forever. The USB Type-C needs to charge all the things. It's 2018, it's time. The AirPods still charge with a lightning cable, which unfortunately I don't think Apple will ever fully make the switch to USB Type-C either. The Liberties have a 3.5 hour battery life, and with the case, you can extend that to 24 hours. The AirPods offer a 5-hour battery life, and with the case, you can also extend that to 24 hours. The Zolo Liberties crush the AirPods in price at only $99, while the AirPods sit at a slightly harder to justify $160. The Zolo Liberty's Smart Assistant feature can access Siri, Google Home, and Alexa, which I gotta say is pretty damn cool, while the AirPods can only access Siri. And lastly, the Zolo Liberties will work the same on iOS or Android or any other Bluetooth device, while the AirPods work amazing on Apple products, but you lose a lot of its functionality if you use it on Android or other Bluetooth devices. So after all of that, where does that leave us? Which one of these is the winner of the very first versus battle? Oh man, which one is it gonna be? Which one is gonna win? And that's right, it's the cop-out answer. The AirPods to me remain king if and only if you're using an Apple device. But in all other cases, if you're using an Android phone or if you're using any other Bluetooth device, the Zolo Liberties are definitely the way to go. I seriously have to pick a winner? Oh, God, okay. If I had to choose one, if I absolutely had to choose one, I think I hate to do this, but the Zolo Liberties slightly edge out. Oh my God, I hate that I had to choose that. I mean, listen, I know the AirPod fans are yelling at me right now, but it's really just too hard to argue with the price, the far better sound, and the fact that it's universal for everybody. All right, that's it. All right, my soul hurts. Like, God, I'm seriously depressed now. Like, I feel like I betrayed my beloved AirPods. I'm like seriously like depressed now. So, if you like this video, if you like this series, I guess let me know in the comments down below. And also, if you haven't already, make sure to hit that subscribe button and the little notification bell next to it so you can be the first to know when one of my new videos comes out. Maybe another one of this series, maybe you'll see me get depressed again. Who knows? Also, if you feel so inclined, make sure to smash that thumbs up button. So, I can't even be excited like I normally am at the end of a video. So, I don't know how to end this. I'll see you soon.